You have more cuts coming today?
Yeah, we optioned Vespi out, and then we have obviously a lot more to go. So, not that Nick had a great camp, threw the ball really well for us, but we're just trimming the camp down, and we feel good about him being a depth option for us in AAA.
Does it speak to how well other relievers pitch that he just couldn't beat him out?
Yeah, it just he's done some good things for us over the last couple of years and pitched really well in AAA. It's just a numbers game right now where we are, and but we expect him to see him sometime in Baltimore.
Have you told anyone that they've made the team?
No. Rushman's made it.
Gunner?
Yeah, it's on the team. We're not going to keep going, but I'll end up with Rushman and Gunner are going to be on the team.
What do you see as the next steps for Gunner in his career?
Well, he's only 22. Is he 23 yet?
This year, he'll be 22.
Yeah. What are the next steps for Gunner? Just keep doing what he's doing. He's such a good player right now, and I think that he's really made some huge improvements in his overall game, especially against facing left-handed pitching. That's something you don't get a lot of in the minor leagues at times, and he's just made big strides last year with that, especially the second half. His defense has got better and better last year. He's going to hit for power. He's going to be exciting on the bases. He just needs to keep playing.
For a player to win an MVP, everything needs to kind of fall in line, and you just never know if that's going to happen for any individual guy. But do you feel like Gunner has that ceiling in him?
Yeah. I mean, Gunn's got a ceiling. Gunn could be as good as anybody in the game. He's just a really, really talented guy.
You did something a little unusual yesterday that we didn't ask you about, and that's that you brought a pitcher in from outside that was scheduled to pitch in FAM. He was on the sheet. He was on the sheet scheduled pitcher. We didn't really get a chance to see much of him because we were running around. But what did you think of how he threw?
I thought he threw the ball great. I mean, we just needed just the way we had the pitching schedule. We were short a few innings yesterday, so I don't know much about him. I didn't know much about him, but he definitely opened up a lot of eyes the way he threw the ball yesterday. Command of 3 or 4 pitches. Loved how aggressive he was, and tempo. The game picked up when he went in the game. So, did you notice?
I didn't know how it could slow. I don't know how it could have slowed down further.
I noticed after yawning for 3 innings that when he went in the game, I wasn't yawning as much. So it felt a lot better. No, he threw a ton of strikes, and it was awesome. I mean, he really, especially in the hot sun, Dunedin on the neck, knowing there's a 2-hour plus drive after, to have him go in the game and finish it for us, that was fantastic.
What have you seen from Tyler Wells this spring, and do you feel like he's capable of being a big league starter for a full season?
I hope so. I love Tyler Wells. He's an amazing first half for us last year. He's throwing the ball like that right now. I feel like he's in good condition. I think all those last couple of years were kind of learning lessons a little bit from what it's like to be a major league starter. And I think that he's going to carry that into this year. If he's going to make 30 starts, I don't know. But, he's throwing the ball really well right now. And I know that he's got, a little bit more knowledge of what it's how he manage his body and health and all these things to be a starter for 6 months. We'll see how long he can go, because he was great for us in the first half last year, and he looks the same right now.
Are you troubled by what you saw the last 2 times with Cole Irvin?
With Cole Irvin? I just, it's so hard to, when you evaluate players in spring training, it's one of the hardest things to do, honestly. It's just so, that's what I think, people read box scores and see highlights and things like that. It really equates to very little when it comes to the regular season. So when you're evaluating a young player, when you're evaluating a starting pitcher, you'd like to see them throw more strikes than he's throwing, and maybe he's just working on things, or maybe there's certain different circumstances. But I've seen really good starters have awful springs. I've seen guys hit 12 home runs in spring training and get DFA'd 2 weeks into the season. So there's no rhyme or reason why spring training doesn't replicate regular season, but that's just the way it is. And so hopefully Cole is just, last couple appearances, not great command. Maybe he's gone through a little dead arm. I don't know. But hopefully when the season turns around and the lights go on in a normal baseball setting, that he'll pick it up a little bit.
Sorry, back to Tyler real quick. Do you expect to manage or track his innings, especially early in the season at all, or are you just going to kind of ride him and just see how it goes?
I'm just going to ride him, honestly, and see. I'm not trying to save him, at least as I'm talking right now. I'm trying to have him pitch for us as long as possible in the rotation, because I think Tyler, we know what Tyler can do in our bullpen, how good he is and what he can do down there. If you've seen him before, we know how good he can be in the rotation also. So we watched it for the first 3 months of the year. I'd love to see that for longer. Now, how that long that is, I don't know, but I'm not going to try to manage it to have him pitch in the middle of September in the rotation if we don't think he's going to get there.
Taking out Westbrook, I guess, cautionary.
Yeah, hit the tricep. Yeah,
That's good.
yeah, that's fine.